Welcome one and all to Umami Manga. I'm Petter, and this is James.
Hello.
And today we're talking about volume 14 of A Bride's Story. The volume opens with Amir and Karluk reuniting after Karluk spent some time living with the Halgal clan. Azel and his cousins attend a meeting where various different clans discuss the matter of the Russian invasion. In order to strengthen the bonds between the clans and assure that the alliance stays strong against the Russians, Azel gets in talks with Chief Jahan of the Jandik clan to marry one of his daughters. And so they arrange a horse race. Only if the Halgal clan can win against the daughters of the Jandik clan, Chief Jahan will agree to marriage. It turned out to be a very interesting contest and concluded with Azel winning, and by extension the Halgal clan winning. So Azel, Joruk, and Baimat each got a bride from the Jandik clan, and the wedding was held as well. And the volume closes off with, I think, a very sweet little scene between Amir and Karluk where they promise to protect each other if it comes to war.
This one was a lot of action in terms of actual movement and things of that nature, particularly horses. I mean, there was a lot of horse racing.
For sure.
The plot didn't move incredibly, but you go from Azel not and his bros not having brides to them, figuring out, wow, so this is a bride.
Exactly.
I thought it was a hilarious line.
Yeah.
So it did move, and it was a very happy ending to the volume.
Yeah.
But like Mori says at the end, he's like, I just wanted to draw horses, really, and she did it, and it was a lot of fun, to be honest. It's probably one of the more fun horse races I've ever had to read.
For sure, it was very fun.
I probably could count on my hand how many times I've read a horse race, but this is definitely up there.
Definitely. Yeah, and I think it was a nice change of pace from the previous volume, which was heavier, I think. And this one was pretty lighthearted. Although obviously we know that there is the looming threat of the Russians behind the scenes, kind of. But
sure.
But in this moment, throughout most of this volume, it was still mostly pretty lighthearted and I think a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Then, let's get into the character discussions, and this time I'd like to start by talking about Jahan Bique, or excuse the pronunciation if that is not correct, but we're doing our best.
Who knows?
We're doing our best with this. So, either way, she is the one who ends up marrying Azel, and she has a beautiful and very fast horse named Kalkashka. And I think it's also fitting that her cockiness, I think, kind of matches Azel's. And it was fun to... Obviously, we are only briefly getting to know her here, but I enjoyed her foul yet legal play during the race. Was very enjoyable.
It's cunning.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I really like how much of a boss she is. I mean, she's in charge and doesn't mind telling everybody that she is. I mean, I don't think she's like usurping anybody, but everyone looks up to her, at least among her sisters.
Yeah.
She's kind of their leader, it feels like. And she wears that with pride and values herself immensely.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was just kind of refreshing to see Azel matched in terms of, I mean, I wouldn't go to say Azel is extremely cocky, but he is very, I guess, stoic, and I would call her stoic in that way as well, but cocky at the same time.
Yeah.
And they just are a good counter for each other, both of what they value in people and what they value in a partner as well.
Right. It's pretty clear in the last scene that we see with the two of them that they both kind of share this. Well, the view of like strength in a person is very, very valuable.
Yeah.
Like they both kind of see that, and so I thought it was funny that, or at least in my recollection, the first time that we see Jahan Bique smile toward Azel is when he says that she is the strongest. Like he chose her because she's the strongest, and
Yeah.
then she kind of smiles toward him.
She's like, you're darn right, I'm the strongest.
Exactly. I thought that was really good.
Yeah, I liked how she, instead of asking for his name first, she asked for the horse's name first.
Yes, I love that as well. Like they introduced both of their horses to each other before introducing each other properly. It's so good.
I couldn't tell if I think it's a mixture of this. Obviously, partly they just adore horses,
Uh-huh.
as one does, of course. Like, who doesn't love horses?
Naturally, yeah.
But also, I don't know. I think they're kind of awkward secretly. Just
Uh-huh.
it's just kind of natural to introduce yourself and not, or even ask the person's name versus asking their horse's name. But there's such. I think I think they're secretly kind of awkward at first.
Yeah.
About it all. I don't know. That's just kind of my interpretation. It's like you go to a walk with your dog and you see someone, and you ask the dog's name and then you ask the person's name. I don't know. Maybe that is natural. I don't know. Just I thought it was funny.
Yeah, no, I agree. It is awkward in a way, and but also so fun and like so yeah, just cute
Yeah,
and
yeah,
fitting for these characters.
yeah.
We also learn that she and the other daughters of the Jahan Bique clan are warriors, just like the men, and obviously that's something that I think Azel respects and appreciates. And it also made me kind of hopeful that Jahan Bique would perhaps build a friendship with Amir, who, well, also I think is capable in various ways like that, and I think they could bond over some of those things. Perhaps
Mm.
I just think that's a relationship that I would like to see grow a bit.
Yeah. I'm hopeful that's the case.
Yeah, as in-laws.
I'm curious how Karluk will take it. He can get a little jealous sometimes.
Yeah, true. Well, anything more on Jahan Bique?
No.
Then let's move on to Azel. So he won the horse race, and he did it in order to save his clan. And what a show!
For the clan, wink wink.
Exactly.
I mean, it totally was. It's actually, I'm actually being totally joking in this case. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
another one, other times I've kind of made that joke in other manga that we've read. Maybe I'm not completely joking, but this one I am. Clearly he was doing it for the clan, and
Yeah.
he's very much a serious kind of, okay, we need to have children in order to make sure the clan survives. We
Uh-huh.
also need to prepare for Russia's invasion. We need to, align with the other tribes of the steppe and the city or the town. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's very business decision on his part.
But he did also have an interest in this woman that he had laid his eyes on.
Yeah, it just helped that Jahan Bique was just this incredible woman. He's like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
you're oh, actually, the first thing he notices about her appearance or her arrival is the horse, not her. It's the horse.
Yeah. And it's also very lovely that, and like we were kind of on it earlier a little bit, but like the fact that Azel loves horses and so does his sister as well as his new wife. It couldn't get much
Yeah,
better than that for Azel.
dude is winning all of a sudden.
Absolutely he is. Well, anything else on Azel?
No, actually, no.
All right. Then I'd like to talk next a bit about Joruk and Baimat as well as their new brides. Let's start a little bit with Joruk, I guess. He married Riazat, who very much seems to like to tease him, and she thinks he's very cute also. Uh,
Yeah,
so that was fun, very playful.
yeah. I like her.
Yeah.
I mean, she probably could be, depending on the day, maybe a bit of a pain, and I could feel that. Joruk will have some confusing times. Like, what did I do?
Oh no.
But at the end of the day, I think he also scored. Like,
Absolutely.
she seems to be great. Again, he
Yeah.
said like, "Wow, so this is a bride."
Yeah, yeah, that was a very good line. I also like
Classic.
for her. I appreciate kind of her ability to take charge, and like she
Yeah,
was the one who chose him really,
yeah,
and I thought that was very fun and very very good.
I respect that.
For sure. Uh, but and then the Baimat married Aigul, and damn, Baimat, I think, my gosh, he is such a fine
He's
man.
incredible, dude.
Like, my
Yeah,
gosh, yeah, that
yeah,
I was really touched when he chose her, and also the moment later when that they shared after the wedding got me really emotional.
yeah, yeah. He's a sweet guy. You know,
Absolutely.
he just has a heart of gold.
Mm-hmm. He sure does.
And poor, oh my gosh, Eigel.
Yeah, so I think something like that.
Poor, her and the experience she had with her, the scum of a first husband.
Yeah.
But again, it just shows how Paimon is doesn't care about that. If anything, he's frustrated or angered by it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll make this right.
He feels on some level I feel like he feels a responsibility as a man to make it up to her. Obviously that's not
Mm-hmm.
something that he needs to feel, but it seemed to me like he did. And yeah, that's very very respectable of him.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, do you want to talk about any other characters?
yeah. I'm gonna go into Amir real quick. The way a person rides never lies. You know,
Right.
I wonder if that's just a silly saying, or if there is some truth for the story, and that like later on is that going to play a factor in they
Ah.
meet somebody and I don't like the way they ride. I don't know. Or is Carla going to be like super self-conscious, like, am I riding funny?
Aw.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't realize how similar you are to your siblings.
Right.
And I thought it was funny how they're like, we're nothing alike when people were saying
Mhm.
her and Azel were definitely siblings or alike.
Yeah, and right, I think it's so true that as siblings, you might not necessarily see it,
Yeah,
but yeah, a lot of other people can often see those similarities. That's fun.
yeah, yeah. And she also noticed that Azel was just having a time of his life, apparently. Even though you wouldn't be able to tell through his steel wall face.
Yeah, and even Karluk, who spent months living with him, couldn't
Yeah,
really tell.
yeah,
Yeah, you
yeah,
really need to know him very well in order to understand that, I guess.
indeed. And then lastly about Karluk, just
Yeah.
going back to how old he is, it's not even a year yet, apparently. So he might still be 12 for all we know.
Right,
Although,
I did think about that as well. Like almost a year has
yeah,
passed. So most likely he has turned 13, I'd say.
yeah, right. We talked about it before. It's just I wonder, like, would they do a chapter celebrating his birthday? Do they celebrate birthdays there?
Oof, I have no
I,
idea.
I don't know. I just don't know, culturally speaking, if that's a huge deal or not.
Hmm.
I would assume so. But anyway, it would be interesting to see a birthday celebration if it is unique,
Yeah,
and
right.
if
Like how
you
like the
know,
customs around that would be very fun to see.
yeah. But I'm not sure if his birthday has passed or not. So
Hmm.
who knows?
But yeah, he got noticeably taller,
Oh, he did.
so that's fun.
Supposedly. I mean, did you notice that he was taller until he said it?
I think yeah, I thought he
Okay.
was. And it's funny like in the first panel where we see them like close like when they're hugging,
Uh huh.
and because you don't see their feet in that panel, and like I just for like a second I thought that he had actually surpassed her in height, but she's lifting him. Then I
She did, yeah. And she's like, "Oh yeah, you are heavier now." I
Yeah,
almost
yeah.
thought she was just saying that to make him happy, but she was probably telling the truth.
I think she is, and I also like, to be fair, I didn't compare the
Mhm.
height from previous volumes, but like
No, I didn't bother
he's
either.
up to her nose now, and I don't think he was that tall before, so
Mm, yeah, I think
that's
that's
nice.
fair. Um, and also he's been definitely been growing muscle, I would think, with the bow training. I mean, that
Yeah,
requires a lot of back muscles.
for sure.
So
The boat training and carrying animals and whatnot, like
yeah, yeah,
he's
yeah,
getting strong.
indeed.
But any other characters we want to discuss?
I mean, that's all of them except for a bunch of old guys.
Yeah, yeah. I feel similarly. I guess we hop into predictions next, and just an easy one, as well as like it's kind of me being a bit hopeful, I guess. I want to see a bit more of these new brides that were introduced in this volume.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I definitely want to get to know them more, especially obviously Jahan Bique or Jahan Bique.
Hmm.
Um, and kind of what I was saying earlier, like I'd like to see her potential friendship with Amir grow into something. I think that's,
Hmm.
as I said, but also obviously her relationship with Azel is maybe even more interesting, but or it should be.
Yeah,
But like I think a friendship with Amir would also be lovely.
I think it could be hilarious if they actually kind of butt heads a little bit,
Mm,
and then somehow it starts clicking. Like that could be kind of a fun thing.
yeah.
But either way, yeah, I would like to see that too, and I think it just would make sense to have it in the next volume. The problem is that clearly Russia is kind of on their doorstep.
Indeed.
You just don't know where or when they're going to attack.
Hmm.
So it just depends on where she wants to go with it. Or we're gonna get another good feel kind of volume, or we're gonna go back to more anxiety. But
Hmm.
I do think that it's more likely that we get more time with the getting to know the brides. They're just the brand new characters. It would be almost a shame not to highlight them more.
Right, precisely. And I guess I could see it not necessarily being a lot of focus on them in the next volume, but at the very least, we should over time at least get to know them. Um,
Yeah.
we gotta.
No, I agree. I agree.
Because the next volume, at least based on the volume cover of volume 15,
Oh,
looks like we're going to Henry and Talas and to England even.
yeah.
Uh,
That's what it looks like.
so that's very exciting, and yeah, like as we've talked about before, I think it'll be very fun there to kind of see, or to hopefully see the culture, the English culture through Talas's eyes, and kind of as she experiences
Yes.
it for the first time.
Yes. As excited I am for Jahan Bique and the new brides, I'm just so excited to see Talas's reaction and just how
Yeah.
it all goes with Henry's family, and I'm
Right.
hopeful that they're super acceptive of them,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just gonna all gonna be okay. But yeah, I'm very curious to see how that goes down and how much we'll see of it.
Definitely. Yeah, and like it'll be a massive change of setting, and I think that's also kind of a fresh thing.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
and yeah, that I'm very excited to see what comes of that.
I mean, usually if they're on the cover, that means that that's the main focus of the volume.
Right,
Um,
right. And
but
at the very least, there's at least some, like at the very
well,
least,
yeah,
some
well,
chapters.
yeah, for sure. With
Uh,
this series, for sure.
but
Yeah,
maybe even a lot.
yeah,
So yeah, we can pretty safely assume England in volume 15.
yeah. Yeah.
Um, however, assuming there will be some Central Asia stuff as well in the next volume. Aside from the new brides that we were talking about, I feel like it's been forever since we've seen Paria,
It's been a while.
and I really want to know what's up with her and Umar. Like,
Yeah.
How far has she gotten with her sewing, and where are they at?
Yeah. I'm trying to remember what her cat's name was. Was it Samosa?
Something like that, right?
It'd be fun to see what the kitty is up to.
Yeah, definitely. And my mind is also partially on Ali, who we did kind of say goodbye to in the previous volume, but he did
Oh.
get all that money, and he does intend on getting married, and I feel like it would be a missed opportunity not to see his wedding in this manga that's called The Bride Story.
Oh yeah.
Um, so that's also something that I'm kind of predicting.
I mean, I've been kind of hammering that as well,
Hmm.
but I don't know if it's going to happen next volume. I just think there's like, too many things to cover before heading over to Ali. I could be wrong. So
Hmm.
but I think it would be volume 16 that
Fair.
we see Ali's story. And I think that would be kind of enough time from previous volume to this next one, give us a little bit of breathing room space. I just need you to be apart. We just need to be apart for a little bit. I just need my space. No,
Yeah.
I think it it lets the story breathe a little bit, and
Mhm.
then we go to um Ali. But I that being said, I want to see it, and so if it does appear in this next volume, I'll be elated.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah. We gotta get there.
Yeah, I am curious how long we'll be in winter for. It said at the beginning of this volume, it said winter, but I was like, I thought we already talked about winter,
Hmm.
or was this the first time it was mentioned? I don't know. I thought
No, no,
there was a
it's
chapter that
hmm.
said winter.
I think there's been winter. My kind of the vibe I'm getting, but it's not based on much, is that this is kind of late winter currently,
Mm,
just
mm-hmm,
because I
mm-hmm.
feel like it's been winter for a while.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm hoping too. And I mean, depending on when Henry left, it's not very fast to get to England by ship, you know.
Right.
So I can't imagine. I mean, I guess maybe it could still be late winter when they get there, but I feel like it would by the time they get settled in and with the family and everything. At least my opinion, I feel like it would maybe start to be spring almost.
Right.
Maybe that's too fast. I don't know, but I look at the cover and does it look like they're doing farming or some sort of tending the field? Does it look like that to you? What do you think?
Well, I don't have the cover in front of me right now, but they're
Oh,
they're playing with sheep, aren't they?
are they playing with sheep? I can't remember. If it's sheep, then it's still likely to be winter.
There it is. So yeah, there's some animals, and Henry is carrying a bucket. So
He's not really dressed up in winter clothing.
no, that's true, and he's got his sleeves rolled up.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I guess
Yeah.
spring has come to England by the
I
next
mean,
volume.
it's a baby, and the baby that's kind of a springish feel to it. Anyway, that's what I'm somewhat predicting, but I could be wrong, and I think I've talked about moving to the next season already. I don't know why, but um, yeah, it just feels like maybe makes sense to move to the next. Um, but yeah, that's what I have there.
All right, got any other predictions or?
Yeah, one other prediction, or I think my last prediction, and it's not crazy or anything. I think it's clear that some sort of conflict is coming,
Hmm.
um, and it's going to start not next volume, but eventually. There may be kind of signs of it to come, and I think she's going to touch on it even more. She's not going to shy away from it. Um,
Hmm.
this eventually will lead to a final confrontation where they have to protect their land, and maybe have help from whoever the governor or whoever oversees the town. You remember that guy came from somewhere. Do you know what I'm talking about? After the Hoggle clan attacked the town, um, some guy from I
Oh
don't know if
yeah.
it was a noble or whatever. He ruled over the land, like he owned
Right.
the land that the town was in, and he came in.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if maybe he sends in some reinforcements for them in this final confrontation.
Mm.
Um, because again, the town seems to have aligned with the people of the steep. So there is some sort of alliance going on, and maybe they'll get some support there. Anyway, I feel the final arc would be that battle. Well, the final arc before maybe the concluding arc.
Fair. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, and so I think that would be a pretty big focus, and I think it'd be an interesting, and maybe good/tragic way to end the series.
Right. Yeah. Like obviously, it's been building up toward some kind of conflict like that. So it's gotta come.
Yeah,
But then again, it's also largely been a very feel good manga, and for it to kind of completely end with that, I don't know if I'd like too much. But as you said, like kind of having like something a little else afterward.
yeah.
I think.
I think there would be like a volume after or something to that extent.
Mhm.
The final fight would be towards the end, not the end.
Right, right. I think
Exactly.
I stand with you on that.
Yeah, because we've had a big battle, like I mentioned, with the Hoggle clan and
Hmm.
attacking the town.
For sure.
So that has been part of the story before. So I wouldn't be surprised, and I kind of do expect there to be some sort of big confrontation now. Um,
Yeah.
and look, it'd be a chance for her to draw more horses.
Exactly. Lots of them. Yes, yes, because this volume didn't quite quench your thirst for drawing horses.
Not quite, almost, not quite.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's all for predictions, though.
Yeah.
Then, James, who was your star of this volume?
My star was Alkirk, Azel's horse.
Oh,
um,
or no?
he won the race. What are you talking about? No, it was Jahan Bique. I think she's just a very strong character, and
Awesome. Yeah.
I love how she knows what she's about,
Uh-huh.
and knows what she's looking for. Like I said, in people and in a partner, and I think she's a great addition to this cast. So that's why I made her the star.
That's a very good pick. I nearly went with her, but ultimately I went with where my heart was the most touched, and so I chose Baimat as my star of this volume.
That's a good one.
I just had to choose him for for those parts in the volume that really moved me,
Yeah.
and yeah, like the vow that he made to Aigul for the wrongdoings of another man, like just like it's so strong of him to kind of do that, I think, and just so really beautiful. Not that he has to do it, but he does, and it's so yeah. You said he's got a heart of gold, and I think that sums up his character very well. Um,
Yeah.
and then also like earlier on in the volume, there was this other side of him that we get to see. Like this level-headedness and
Yeah.
skill for diplomacy. Obviously, that's something we've seen before from him. But it's also fun or nice to be reminded of that side of him as well, because that's
Yeah.
also a really good side of his character.
100%.
Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, please, listeners, let us know who was your star in this volume.
Yeah.
And what do you think of the story in general so far? Because I think James and I believe, are both very much enjoying it.
Oh, absolutely. And yeah, let us know in the comments or come over to our Discord channel.
Yes, please do.
We have a lot of fun there.
You'll find links in the description to that. But yeah, I don't know if I have much else to say. What about you?
No, I'm good. Can't wait for 15.
Yes, so excited. So excited. And we'll be caught up, by the way, once we've read volume 15. So yeah, at long last. It's been nearly 2 years since we started covering this manga.
True. This is true.
So yeah, we're very close to catching up now, so that's very nice.
Yeah.
Very well then. If you enjoy our podcast, please share it with your friends. You'll find links to our social media in the description, and you can support us by rating our show on the podcast platforms and subscribing to our channel, Umami Manga, on YouTube. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next time when we'll talk about Volume 15. Bye-bye!
See you later!
Just because we're getting ready to start now, Shino jumped up on the desk and is now laying down next to the mic.
Sorry,
At least she's calm.
it took too long.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.